comic Frontline and fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision what comic books to buy. And today, guys, we're talking about highly anticipated, long-awaited Mark Millar's, Frank Quitely's Jupiter's Legacy 2, issue number 1. Now, before you pick this up and you've never read Jupiter's Legacy, I suggest that you read that first volume because this book takes place legitimately right after the series that ended in 2013. In fact, for me to get a truly understanding of what happens in this issue, I went back and reread Jupiter's Legacy, and I was just happy to get this in my hands. Now, Frank Quitely's artwork inside this issue is really well done. He did the artwork in the first series as well. His characters are really descriptive. The characters are really original. And I love the detail that he puts into the artwork, especially when action scenes happen and big explosions happen. Here you would think you would get a few rocks. No, there's all kinds of details like little pebbles and big, rocks, and same thing when glass breaks. It's just an overabundance of it, and it's really awesome. It makes the action scenes just that much more intense. Now, what made the first Jupiter's Legacy such a great series is you got to see the young kids of the superheroes from the past didn't want to be like their parents, and they kind of overthrew the father, and they take control of the world. They think they're doing the right thing, but they're really not. Things are falling apart in the United States. So what happens, since we find out that Chloe's brother is the one that killed her father, she wants revenge on him. So what happens in this issue is you wind up seeing Chloe and Hutch, husband and wife, try to go and assemble a bunch of supervillains that Hutch knows and breaks them out of jail. Before that, though, we get a brief little history on Hutch when he was a little boy on how he got his weapon, which I thought was really neat. But as the issue progresses, you see Hutch rescue some of his supervillain buddies, or his former supervillain buddies, and you see other villains get rescued as well as this issue goes along. You don't get to know too much about these characters at the moment. You just get to see little glimpses of their powers and whatnot, and you see Chloe in here trying to recruit them all and trying to be on the super team. As the issue progresses, we wind up seeing the Supermax, where super villains are actually being held in contained, and they figured out now that Chloe and Hutch are actually on the hunt for supervillains, and they can't believe that they are actually pursuing these people and they're getting them. And they found out that their son Jason is the one that has superior intellect and is the brains behind everything, because how could Chloe manage this, and how can Hutch do this without real superpowers? But like I said, Jason, who is the son, just winds up going out and is the intellect about everything. Now, Brandon, who is the son of Utopian, who got killed in the last series, is under panic. And Uncle Walter, who is the one that is in control as of right now, is still trying to persuade Brandon, saying, hey, everything is okay. As the issue progresses, before they have their super-powered team together, Chloe is trying to recruit one other supervillain that's kind of held in Dubai, and he's held in this containment center. And so they wind up sending Jason out there to get this supervillain, but Dubai has their own superhero of their own, and they come face to face with Jason here. So that's how the issue actually ends. So what did I think about this book? I really enjoyed it. If you've read Jupiter's Legacy, the original book, you're going to know exactly what happens here. However, I do give you a warning. Please refresh your memory as you go back and reread that series, so you get to remember who all the characters are and where they represent and where they stand, because I haven't read this series in 3 years. And I was kind of lost. I actually read this first issue, and I was like, who's this again? Who's that again? So I reread every issue, and now I totally get it, because the way this book takes place is it takes place directly pretty much right after that first book. So please go back and read that. You'll get a better understanding of it. It's a good introduction to this series, and I'm hoping they reflesh out the characters just a little bit so you get more familiar with these characters. And I can't wait to meet the new characters going forward, who are the villains, and I can't wait to see how this team assembles and how they're going to overthrow Brandon and Uncle Walter and the rest of the Jupiter's Legacy kids in this series. So it's a very intriguing story. Love the artwork. I gotta give the book a 4.75 out of 5 stars. Again, that only fault is you have to go back and reread it to understand what's going on, but it's definitely a great story. And if you haven't checked out Jupiter's Circle, that's a story that went on just a few months ago that kind of led into this as well. So another wonderful book. Can't wait to read issue number 2. And fans, in the comments below, keep the discussion going. Tell me what you thought of Jupiter's Legacy 2. Did you felt a little lost that I did? Did you remember exactly everything that happens? So, and who's your favorite character out of the bunch? So again, guys, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. Don't forget to check out our live show each and every Tuesday night, Frontline Live. And fans, until then, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.